I wonder if what you need isn't more, but less. I don't think you need another supplement. You don't need that red light therapy device. You don't need that 10-step morning routine. I think you just need a simpler life. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. We have really overcomplicated health. And ironically, all of this stuff, all of this wellness stuff is pulling us away from what I think it means to be truly healthy and pulling us away from the basics. We're doing the protocols, we're buying the latest products, we're measuring our protein intake each day, and none of that is necessarily wrong. But have you tried getting back to the basics first? Have you tried simplifying, slowing down, even just a little bit? Have you actually changed your lifestyle, or are you forcing all of these things into a life that's already too full and too exhausting? I think about the places in the world where people are the healthiest and the happiest, where communities are just thriving. They're not necessarily setting step goals or following a strict morning routine or going to the gym. They're just living, and they're living simply. Health isn't something that they do. It's just how their life is designed. But our society and our consumption culture has flipped this on its head and made us feel like we have to be doing more, buying more, that we need to add more all the time, that we need to buy the latest thing, do all of the biohacking and the wellness hacks and the obsession with constantly optimizing. And believe me, I know, I have absolutely been there. And a couple of years ago, I was taking a look at all the supplements that I took each day. And there were quite a lot of them. There were at least 8 different ones, I think. And I was stood there thinking, like, I'm still really tired. Yes, I had come a long way from my days of chronic fatigue, and that's a story for another video, but I still wasn't truly vibrant and truly well. And I thought I'd been doing everything right, but I hadn't really changed my lifestyle enough. You know, it's a bit like that analogy about the flower. When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower. And around that time, I'd been reading and learning a lot about our nervous systems, about stress, and I've always loved the concept of simpler and slower living. But I'd never really fully committed to applying it to my life. But all of those things came together, and instead of asking myself, like, what can I add? What can I do to make myself healthier? What can I start taking or do more of? I started asking, what could I take away? Where could I do less? Where can I make life feel lighter? And that changed everything. Instead of trying to fix myself and force myself to do these health things, I simplified. I started slowing down, getting more intentional, getting back to basics, tuning out the noise, and allowing health to naturally flow into my life, rather than trying to force it into a life that didn't have space for it. Especially as women and as mothers, we're already doing so much. Our lives are full, our homes are full, our minds are full, and our nervous systems are paying the price. They are permanently wired, our bodies are stressed, and we've accepted it as normal. And if we keep trying to pile on top of that, forcing these healthy things into our lives, trying that quick hack or trying that latest supplement or device, it's not going to work. It's going to overwhelm us and take us away even more, in my opinion, from our natural biology and natural way of living. Something I wrote in my Substack last year was, you can't supplement your way out of an overstimulated and stressful life. You can't red light your way out. You can't aura ring your way out. Unless your nervous system can actually exhale and your days can feel calmer and softer, your body is going to keep fighting every healthy habit and every wellness thing that you try and implement. So if you're doing all the right things and you still don't feel better or vibrant, I wonder if this is why. I wonder if what you need isn't more, but less. And a good question is, like, how do we do this? Society isn't designed for simple living anymore. You have to step outside of normal so much to live simply, to live healthily in our modern world. And it's not always easy. And I'm still figuring it out myself. But I really believe that if we don't make space in our lives, if we don't do that work, our lives and our days are just going to pass us by. And they're going to pass us by with us feeling mediocre, not at our healthiest or our happiest. And I want you and I want me to live our most beautiful, healthy, and joyful lives. And I think that starts with living a simpler life. And that's what I'm going to be sharing on this YouTube channel. I'm going to share my journey to simpler living because I still have a long way to go. And also with healthier living, and particularly for women and mothers. I became a mum 8 months ago now, and that adds so many layers of complexity and just a different lifestyle completely. So I want to share all of that. So if that sounds good, I would love for you to stick around, and I'll see you next time.